Well, for starters, they say that Carl Bernstein was not the only source in this July report. In response to the president's tweet, CNN sent out a tweet of their own. They said this, quote, "Make no mistake, Mr. President, CNN does not lie. We report the news and we report when people in power tell lies. CNN stands by our reporting and our reporters. There may be many fools in this story, but Carl Bernstein is not one of them." In late July, CNN broke a story on Michael Cohen, the president's former attorney, the one that a lot of people refer to as his so-called fixer, in that controversial June 2016 meeting in Trump Tower, the one where Trump's son, Don Jr., met with a Russian lawyer expecting to get some kind of dirt information on Hillary Clinton and her campaign. Cohen, the report said, alleges that he was present along with several others when Trump was informed of the Russians' offer by Trump Jr. By Cohen's account, Trump approved going ahead with the meeting with the Russians, according to sources. The report also says that Mr. Cohen was willing to tell special counsel Robert Mueller and his team about all of this. Davis, by his own admission, says that he was the source for the CNN report. He now says that he's not sure that it's true, telling CNN, quote, "I should have done a much better job of speaking with more suspicion than certainty, and I regret my mistake." Two of the report's authors, two of their three authors on the July story, Carl Bernstein and Jim Sciutto, published another piece. The title, "Attorney for Michael Cohen Keeps Changing His Story on Trump Tower Meeting." They note that in their original report, it said Cohen told Congress something different about the meeting, and that Davis changed his story after his client pled guilty to charges related to campaign violations and other financial crimes. So at this point, Sandra, CNN is not backing away from this report, and clearly President Trump is not backing away from his attacks on the organization and this report.
And Allison, there are questions about a White House statement yesterday and the president possibly undercutting his defense secretary. What happened there?
Right. So the president tweeted a statement from the White House about joint military exercises with South Korea, the ones that he called war games, and suspended after the summit with Kim Jong-un in Singapore. He said in his tweet, the statement said in part, quote, "There is no reason at this time to be spending large amounts of money on joint U.S.-South Korea war games. Besides, the president can instantly start the joint exercises again with South Korea and Japan if he chooses." The statement came a day after his defense secretary seemed to suggest that those drills might actually resume.
We suspended several of the largest exercises, but we did not suspend the rest. So there are ongoing exercises all the time on the peninsula. The reason you've not heard much about them is North Korea could not in any way misinterpret those as somehow breaking faith with the negotiation. So the exercises continue.
Before the president's tweet, but after that statement or that public that speaking of Mattis, the Pentagon put out a statement saying that no decisions have been made about suspending any future exercises. So still a little confusion there, Sandra, but the final word tends to be deferred to the White House.
Allison Barber at the White House for us this morning. Thank you.